Trip from Jakarta to Yogyakarta by train with a short stay in Yogyakarta, part 2 of 2. To recap, Tom wrote back a few months later to share their travel highlights. Here are some of the things Tom and Ashley shared with us on this particular leg of their trip from Jakarta, West Java, to Yogyakarta in Central Java. Part 2 of 2 is our continued journey here in Yogyakarta. Ask Doug about travel and everything else. Traveling through Yogyakarta, Surabaya, and the island of Bali. Trip from Jakarta to Yogyakarta by train with a short stay in Yogyakarta, part 2 of 2. Our next 24 hours were busy with hiking Mount Merapi volcano. I will boil it down and give you the highlights of our trek and add some key pointers. Mount Merapi has been erupting, so we were glad to hear that it was open to trek during our visit to Indonesia. What to wear? Mount Merapi temperature can be cold from around 0 to 10 degrees Celsius at night, so you should wear warm clothes such as cotton pants, no denim or jeans material, sweatshirt, polar jacket, windbreaker jacket, hand gloves, socks, and a good pair of hiking shoes. Here's a timeline of our tour to Mount Merapi. At 2200 hours, our driver picked us up at our hotel and then drove us to Mount Merapi base camp. Then there was a short introduction presented by our guides. At 2300 hours, we started preparing our trek up Mount Merapi by getting properly dressed and hydrated. At 1 a.m., our guide started us on our trek to the top of Mount Merapi to see the sunrise. It usually takes around 5 hours, and we did it just over 5 hours. 6 a.m., the sunrise is stunning with views of the volcano backgrounds, a green valley, and hilly mountains. It was exhilarating to see the beauty all the way around us. We had a nice rest and snack before heading down to base camp. At around noon, we headed back to the hotel with our driver, but we did stop on the way at a restaurant on the way back since we were famished. The next day, we chilled in Yogyakarta to recover from our long trek up Mount Merapi. We visited 2 wonderful restaurants. Yajamuran restaurant specializes in mushroom. Both Ashley and myself love all kinds of mushrooms, and so this was one of our highlights of our trip to Indonesia. You can enjoy over 20 variations of mushroom dishes. Backpacker's Guide at their webpage here has some great information on this restaurant. The other restaurant we visited was the House of Ramatin. You may visit their website here. They are open 24/7 and have a lot of great simple Indonesian eats and tea to enjoy. As you can tell, Ashley and I love to try all kinds of local dishes where we are traveling. So half of our culture learning is through local foods and eateries. We did a couple other tours here, like the batik tour that took half a day. We saw how they produce different colored designs on cloth. It was really neat and very cultural too. But I have probably bored you to sleep with my rambling. I'm glad you asked me about doing this because when Ashley and I get back to the US, we will write a couple long reports to share on our website blog. So sharing what we did throughout our stay in Indonesia is really a great exercise for me on our future blog articles. A couple last thoughts. I will write to you about some highlights in Surabaya, which is where we are headed next. Then we will be heading to Bali for our last couple of weeks in Indonesia before heading back to the US. I will send you some more emails with some things we did and what we enjoyed. And yes, thank you for the advice on the Insured Nomads travel medical plan here on our webpage at gninsurance.com/travel. It is really awesome to have the peace of mind knowing we have amazing travel medical insurance through you all at Good Neighbor Insurance. All for now. Will you send an update in the next few days? I see you are going to get some rain showers in a few minutes. I'm headed indoors to grab some shut-eye before we head out to dinner with some of our new Danish friends we met on our hike up Mount Merapi. Change is always in the air, so please check our website at gninsurance.com for the most up-to-date information on your travel medical insurance. Have questions? We are just a phone call, email, or online chat away here in Gilbert, Arizona. We wish Tom and Ashley amazing, safe, and spectacular travels through Indonesia.